Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Well, we've recovered from the fight that we had last episode, and we need to continue looking for corruption in the plasma drive chamber. So let's head on over there. I leveled everybody up. They've got like strength, ballistics, agility, that kind of an upgrade. Nothing to really be excited about. No new abilities, really. So, let's see. Plasma drive chambers. Here we go. What kind of insulation is that supposed to be? If you kill us, Matthias will drag me back from the grave just to give an earful. The light from the Infernus Master's eye-ho stick reveals his surprised but amicable expression. Heinrich's lip is split, and a fresh bruise is blossoming on his cheekbone. That was from the interrogation he received at our investigation.
Lord Captain, I didn't expect to see you in this compartment. Are you out on a stroll, taking in the sights of your domain? The blue glow of plasma is especially striking at this time of the watch.
Oh dear. I don't know if he's flirting with me or just being his old self. Never mind. Shift foreman.
You are the most mawkish Infernus I've ever met, Master Montag.
A burly man in overalls furrows his bushy eyebrows. His sparse hair stands on end.
Your ladyship, welcome. I'm shift foreman Najee, in charge of this section. If you need anything, I'm here to help.
I'm not going to ask him about his face. I guess I'll ask him about this.
Najee, have you ever seen a symbol that looks like a serpent in front of a star? Somebody keeps daubing it on the equipment and bulkheads. If I find the scoundrel, I'll tear their hands off and send them for servitorization. Is it some kind of sedition? I didn't know. If you see one of these, let me know, and we'll try to find the artist.
All right, so he is familiar, but he doesn't know who's doing it.
Heinrich rolls his eye-ho stick back and forth, thinking. I've also seen it on some bulkheads, crates, doors. I just assumed it was the mark of a small clan. Many Voidsmen mark their workplaces with family symbols.
All right, I want to know more about this bay.
We're proud of our chambers. Power feeds the ship's main engine from here. There are other drives on the ship, but ours is the mightiest. That is to say, we do important work. Working with plasma's dangerous, but we have a good crew. Not too many incidents. The esteemed tech priests are satisfied with us. The machine spirits are all working as they should. The Inferni doesn't complain about us either. We fix cracks in the reactor on time, and we fix leaks.
Heinrich, what exactly do you do here?
I'm carrying out a routine drive inspection. The regulations require scheduled checks to make sure the insulation isn't weakened. The sensors haven't been tampered with, and the reactor isn't about to blow any time. Just business as usual.
All right. It is strange that the senior officer is conducting the inspection alone. According to the regulations, there should be an entire squad of Inferni, and the personal presence of the Infernus Master is necessary only in emergencies. Aha! Something is not right with, Mr. Heinrich. Why are you really here?
Found me out, have you? Heinrich gives you a wink and pulls on his eye-ho stick. I'm not really here about the reactor. I heard a rumor that you'd gone to investigate the plasma drive chambers, so I thought I'd make sure everything went smoothly. Your ladyship is accustomed to associating with people of your rank, or officers at the very least, but here, this place is home to voidfarers of simpler manners. Those clan customs may be unfamiliar to you. Oh, I can take care of myself, sir. You need not have worried. The foreman furrows his brows. Our customs are decent ones, Master Montague. I'd rather boil myself in plasma than let anything happen to the Lord Captain. Yeah, I figured he'd take offense to that. Well, no offense, Nije, but if you can find even 3 people in this bay who can give a report without turning the air blue, I'll gladly admit I was wrong. You're a good bunch. I'd hate to see you insult her ladyship with some foolishness. I do not require protection in furnace, master. As your ladyship wishes. I might as well carry out a bay inspection then, since I'm here. I won't interfere with your business. I don't trust him. There's something snaky about him. I must take my leave. Okay, Einrich's going to hang out over there. So we're just going to take a right. And we're looking for anything suspicious regarding the corruption that's possibly down here somewhere. We could talk to this emergency repair worker. Okay, nothing there. Oh, all of these guys are speakable too, but I don't know if they're going to have anything good. Well, let's get started. Technomat. May the sacred unguent soothe thine articulations. Okay, we found a symbol. There was an old cache marked with a suspicious symbol. It's worth asking the J about it. Turn the servitor. Oh, there's Najee. Alright, let's try this. With a pitiful clanking sound, the servitor's claw docks with the mechanism and begins to perform the necessary manipulations. Okay, let's come up here. How goes the search, your ladyship? There was an old cache hidden under one of the serpent symbols. Huh. Well, that's just what we need. More secret stashes. I hope there's nothing in it. Forgive me, your ladyship, but voidsmen are simple folk. I've been trying to wean them off their grubby habits for years. Give them anything worth having, and all they want to do is hide it in a hole like a rat. So tell me about yourself, foreman. He's confused by my question. I'm a voidsman. Grew up on footfall. Joined the crew at 14. Spent my whole life in this bay. I've raised no family and made no fortune. But I've climbed my way up the ranks. I don't know anything but my trade and this compartment. I am my trade, Lord Captain. I see. All right. Well, let's turn this servitor. They don't seem to be working right now. What about this one? Okay. Well, that was kind of odd and not very helpful. Okay, I guess we can't go that way. Huh. There is loot in this other room. It's over here. Talk to the attendant. The worker stares at you. face twisted in an expression of fierce zeal. Well, that's kind of odd. I don't see any... Okay, let's turn this servitor. Let's come over here. Uh-oh. Did we find something? We did. All this scrap reads received, need more. Cryptic note. Alright, we gotta go back to Najay. How goes the search? Show the note. I found this in one of the caches. What is that? We've got smugglers on the loose? Who else would be hiding these strange messages? I'll have them drawn and quartered on the turbine, I will. Now I'd like to find out what they're smuggling. Alright, so we're moving the quest forward. We've turned the servitors. Let's continue. We were going to go this way. What are they doing? Okay, there's a servitor. Servitor seems to be working. Let's come over here. Ah, something else. Okay, that's just a weapon. Alright, let's go back and tell him what we found. Show the Weber. I found this in a cache marked with a serpent. Najay holds the weapon as if it's going to bite him. Machine sparks shake me. A homemade weapon. And assembled right in this compartment. The markings are the same as those on local machine parts. This is a very serious matter. Seems someone's plotting a riot and secretly building their own arsenal from scavenged materials right under our nose. We need to find and capture whoever set up these caches and hid the weapons. To tell you the truth, I'm no good at hunting rule breakers. It's not what I do. You give the orders and we'll do it. Let's set up an ambush. If these guys are smart, they'll spot the enforcers near the cache and stay out of sight. Let's see. Then we'll use the Inferni. They often carry out inspections here. No one will suspect them. Hey, Monte, come over here. We need a couple of your braver boys and girls for a job. We need people to keep watch over something and maybe break a few noses. Well, he's probably going to be all about that. Let's see. Clenching his fists until his knuckles crack, he resolutely says, We'll help. I have a couple of people in mind. Tough lads. I'll get 'em here right away. I'm ready. Let's catch that vermin. Okay, we gotta ambush the conspirators. Consider the dirtbag caught, Anya. I don't know, we might be in for a fight. 5 hours later. Have you lost something, friend? Let us give you a hand. Get 'em, boys. The man kneeling before you has an ungainly build, a stubborn jaw, and a heavy gaze. He looks no different from any other worker in this compartment, except for the tattoo on his forearm, its design resembling a worm devouring a star. Ah, that's the guy we need. One of the Infernus workers is holding the Weber taken from the prisoner, exactly like the one that was in the cache. Jocasta. The master-at-arms regards the Infernus sternly. The weapon. Hand it over. What you saw, keep it to yourself. She forces out the words through clenched teeth. Your cooperation with the enforcers will be noted. Heinrichs does not take his eyes off the prisoner's neck, his lips twisted in distaste. You're going to burn a hole in him with that glare of yours. The interrogator slowly shakes his head. It's too early for that. Let's see what he has to say first. I'm going to study the prisoner. The pigment of the tattoo looks fresh, standing out starkly against the color of his skin, which means that it was a very recent addition. You look closely and you notice a pair of scars at the base of his neck, suspiciously reminiscent of an almost healed bite. Who is this man? Suf Galay, servant of the blessed Lath Beta II Diligence, low-ranking worker, easily replaceable, no apparent signs of mutation. Let me talk to the prisoner. Well, do you feel like talking yet? The prisoner gives you a smile of a man condemned and snaps. I got nothing to say to you, heretic. Choking with rage, Sauerbach grabs the maul from her belt. Allow me, Captain, please. Or me. I'd be happy to oblige. I'm the heretic, am I? Either fear has robbed him of reason, or he has a very skewed perspective. The prisoner jerks as if he's trying to point at you with his hands. You are a false believer, a fake captain. You're leading people into the gloom of heresy, away from salvation. Argenta exhales hoarsely. Damn you all, distorters of holy words. I will oversee this interrogation myself. As you command, although I believe this zealot will require effort. Questioning fanatics is a long and exhilarating process. Abelard grumbles. Once again, the Lord Captain is doing her subjects' work for them. Dirty, bloody work. Okay, I can do different things. I can inflict physical torture, which we're not going to do. I can fill his head with visions of warp horrors, which is not something that I'm going to do. We can ask Pascal or ask Heinrich. I would like to ask Heinrichs. I invite you to demonstrate what an interrogator of the Inquisition is capable of, sir. The interrogator touches different spots on the prisoner's body, coldly commenting on the effects his sorcery's having on the writhing man. He makes his blood boil, then freeze, then boil again. He arrests his heart, makes his beat rapidly, then back again. At last, Heinrichs steps away. He is a biomancer, so he's capable of doing all kinds of nasty things to someone's body. I'm finished, Anya. If that didn't suffice, I do not recommend applying biomancy again. We may lose him. The man whimpers incoherently but grits his teeth. Your song. I hear it. I won't break. Uh-oh. Not much longer, your ladyship. Pascal, can you make this unit comply? Request approved. You watch the shadows of Pascal's mechadendrites advance on the prisoner before the tech priest's frame blocks your view. You hear the shriek of the drill, the crunching of bone, and screams. When Pascal withdraws, you notice 2 bleeding, precisely made holes in the prisoner's skull, as well as his twitching, differently sized pupils. Procedure complete. Insignificant parts of the unit's frontal lobe responsible for motivation have been removed. I expect an increase in the unit's obedience level. Pascal's voice conveys as much emotion as the sound of his drill. Yes, that's just the way he is. A gurgling sob falls from the man's lips. Stop. All talk. Sourback looks at him with a radiant smile. The prisoner is ready to cooperate, your ladyship. Whom do you serve? The cult of the ravenous star, the true believers, the righteous, the purest congregation, they who hear the songs of his angel. This angel, is that the old sorcerer who appeared before me and promised my demise? Did he brainwash you all? Or is someone else leading you? Old sorcerer? No, the angel is not the woeful human form. He is splendor. His visage is a divine inspiration of the many-armed emperor. You, faithless one, were granted the honor of gazing upon the Magus. If you beheld the angel, you would scratch your own brain out through your eye sockets, for you would realize the depth of your wickedness. Now this guy's messed up. Many-armed? Blast it, Lord Captain. We're dealing with an extremely dangerous Xenos cult that excels at hiding among humans. I fear you are right, Mr. Sauerbach. This actually... please continue. I will correct you should your information contradict. Oh, God. Let us return to interrogating. In lieu of answering, Sauerbach nods grimly. What are you planning? A mutiny? Death. Yours. Fake, Captain. The faithful are already aiming for your heart. I was ordered to stockpile weapons so that when the fateful hour comes, the righteous would not stand unarmed. I wouldn't say these improvised weapons are that much better than fighting with bare hands, but until we are done with the cleanup, every enforcer will carry a combat knife fit for cutting through nets. I wish to know everything about your cult. We believe in the many-armed emperor, he who waits for his children cast out into the unknowable abyss. He is kind, merciful. He uproots tyrannies of evil. He sends his angel to the righteous, and angels can follow. The man lowers his gaze with an expression of surprise. It seems he has described his paltry religion in its entirety. Jocasta, this is a pawn, a mindless tool. He was brainwashed. He's not even a distributor of ideology. They sent him out to serve and die. Where are you hiding? Where are your leaders? 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 Where are your le in a sanctuary, a tomb for heretics, a quiet place. The dynastic crypt. The vermin have infiltrated the crypt, holding the bodies of the worthiest servants of the dynasty. No one is allowed inside, save for the Lord Captain's personal retinue. And they dared? But how? The crypt's defenses are impenetrable. Well, I presume our next objective is the Von Valencia's dynastic crypt. Yes, your ladyship. We must go now, and attack while we have the element of surprise. I will meet you at the door. All right, we have to go to the ship's crypt. Jocasta, casting a glance at the prisoner, whispering incoherently under his breath. And this vile scum, with your permission, I'll throw him out of the airlock. I doubt he will be of further use. Heinrichs. Well, he has proved far more useful than I expected. He must have been in the cult only for a short time, and the psychic connection to his brethren had not taken root in his mind. No amount of torture would have loosened his tongue otherwise. Things are progressing too smoothly. I don't like it. We are not monsters, no matter what he thinks of us. I agree with Heinrichs. He's new to this, and he was just a pawn. Turn him in on the nearest colony for a life sentence on a penal world. It will be done, your ladyship. All right. My reasoning is he's probably a void-born just like me. I just have to do what I think is right. All right, everybody. Well, I'm thinking the next step is to go to this crypt. I think we'll do that next episode. Thank you for joining me today. Please give a like and subscribe. Become a member if you would like to help support me and this channel. See you next time. Take care all. Bye-bye.